Well, hello, people of the twig. So glad you could be here today, and so glad I'm here. I'm a bit late. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't get the lighting right. It's just like, I don't know, weird conditions. I don't know. Sometimes the light is great, sometimes it isn't. I think these curtains have helped a bit. I really hope they have. Sadeh is here, Red Hat Society, Beverly Spencer, Rupali, Liz Crafts as well. Nice to see you. Linda Bishop, hello. Sam, how you doing, Sammers? Great to have you with us. Jane the Seeker. Adrienne is here. Well done, Adrienne. This means you've put up with me twice in one day. Quite remarkable. Don't know how you can possibly manage it. Scrolling through loads of comments, and it's all looking good. Cat Mama is here too. This is good. And Sandy G, nice to see you. Ron, Mr. Unconditional Love Tarot himself, is with us. Chris Martin, nice to see you again, my friend. And Quantum Spirit too. Scrolling down through everything here. Okay, 17 on board already. Wow, this is good. This is promising. Sue Malek is here too. Wow, everyone's in the house. This is really good news. Really good news. Ariel as well. And wow, I'm still not even at the bottom of the scrolling. This is really good. Okay. Well, let's hope this is going to be a good session then. I reckon it probably is by the look of it. Hi, Vixen Doe. Hi, Seascape. And I think I finally got to the bottom of the chat there. But wonderful to see all these people here. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands, says Seascape. And yeah, the wash hands thing is still not over. Unfortunately, that is very much the nature of things just lately, isn't it? Okay, Salmon says, Twig is live. So I put it on the screen so everyone can see it. Let me just put the other thing on the screen that I have clean forgotten to put on there. Got to have that rolling. That kind of pays the rent in lots of ways. So, great stuff. Now then, I've just got to quickly run a quick ad here. I had a reading with Andy today and the internet was good. Great. Yeah, I enjoyed that reading as well. It was great. Hi, Elizabeth Hayes. You didn't miss anything, really. No one's missed anything much yet because I'm still saying hello to people. But great. I'm sort of looking around for questions. Let's make a start with Sadeh. I'm quite sad with my love life. Will someone new come that will change my mind? I like C, but nothing seems to be happening, Andy. What should I do? How will I get an opportunity with C? Well, we will do a card in a minute, right? Okay, and I'll maybe even get the pendulum out as well. But Sadeh, the law of attraction is a weird thing, right? On the one side of it, you want to visualize what you want, believe you can have it, and ask the angels to help you with it. I can't emphasize that enough. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people, but there are angels there ready to help you with the thing like that. Okay. It's not a small thing, you know, when you need love in your life. Believe me, I know. But the more desperate you become, the worse it gets, the less chance you have, you know. It's when you kind of least expect it, when you've almost forgotten about it, that good things happen. That's just the way it goes with relationships, honestly. But let's do a quick pendulum and see, because I think you're going to find someone one of these days. So let's start off. Will someone new come that will change my mind? Okay. Let's get the old pendulum going. Yeah, as soon as the string stopped spinning round, the pendulum started doing a circle. So yeah, right, it's going to happen one day. Okay, it's going to happen one day. Now let's take a look at the whole issue of C. I'll have a shuffle here of Tarot in Wonderland, the Wonderland Tarot, which is it's my favorite deck to do readings with. You know, I have other decks, and pretty soon, actually, I am going to do a full-on reading with the hybrid tarot, which I've been sort of paddling on the edge of the hybrid tarot, and I'm going to dive in next week and do a big one with it. But let's pull some cards out of this one now, Tarot in Wonderland, because this is pretty much how it goes. Okay, Two of Pentacles, Sadeh. Right, now this says there's still a bit of juggling to do, and really what it's saying is there's still time to wait. Okay, and I'm asking specifically about C here. Now, the Hatter is juggling and nothing looks certain there to him. But as we look at the card, we can see he isn't going to drop those two pentagrams, which are actually watches. Come on, camera, focus. You can do it. You did it the other night, camera. Focus on that. Go on, you can do it. Can't get the camera to focus, but they are two pentacles, which, you know, kind of represent success, abundance, all of that. And they're also a grounding thing, you know. So really, for that to work out, you need to get grounded. Okay, but it is possible. It is definitely not impossible, Sadai. But try not to let it be a worry, my friend, because then it's going to like hack into the rest of your life, and that's the last thing you want. But good luck. We all wish you well with that, and I hope something really nice happens for you along that. Yeah, and Sadai, very wise as yes, I can see that. Yeah, fair enough. I understand though. You know, I've been in that situation myself, and it's, you know, just because that's the right sensible way to look at it doesn't mean it's easy to look at it that way. You know, so really kind of a difficult one. Now at this point, I've got a meowing cat. You coming to say hello? Come and say hello to your fans. Look. She looks a bit angry, but she's coming to say hello, I think. Look at the camera. Look, you got your fans on there. Look, it's Marcy, the cutest cat in the universe, apart from Tinkerbell, who is also the cutest cat in the universe. They're like joint cutest cats in the universe. And Adrienne's cat is very nice as well, actually. I had the pleasure of meeting Adrienne's cat today. Okay, Puss. So you're going to let me get on with these then? What do you think? She'll go to sleep in a minute, I'm sure of it. Right, let's take a drink of water. Okay, so there's a thing, right? The law of attraction really came up big style there, and it is really, as much as possible, good to kind of not worry about the things you really want, because that will, you know, it just doesn't help the law of attraction to do its work. Basically, that's the bottom line of it. It gets difficult to really make things happen if it's so important that it just kind of takes over everything, because all the time you're asking the angels for help and everything. There's a feeling of desperation about it, and you know, that's just really not where it's at. But at the same time, you know, if you want something, visualize it, believe it, ask the angels. There are so many different ways of doing that. The best way perhaps is just to ask them, but you can like write your desires down, write what you want down on a piece of paper so they can see it. You can maybe even burn that piece of paper then, with the intention that the smoke from the burning is going to carry your desires up to the angels. But everyone has an angel, you know, a guardian angel, and there are actually many other angels as well, all waiting to help. They can't help you unless you ask them, so do ask the angels, friends. So at this point, Cat Mama, this is a weird question. They're the best kind, in my opinion. Right. Nonetheless, I don't have any close bonds with any family members, alive or past. Animals have been my deep bonds. Was this a life plan contract this time? Well, I would say yes. I would say yes, it is, because we just find ourselves doing what we're meant to do. That really is the truth of it. We have free will, you know, but we come into this world with desires and a mindset which is going to drive us towards the things that we're actually meant to do. And there is still very much free will there, because those are the things that the soul contracted to do before the soul incarnated into this world. So I would say yes, in a big way. It is a life plan. It is a contract. And the difference between this kind of contract and any other kind of contract really is that you just sort of let it happen. You let it play out. You just go with the flow. This is why so many psychics in readings say go with the flow. Possibly another reason is that it's one of those things that psychics say, but that's the reason why they say it. So yeah, it's a big fat yes to that one, Cat Mama. It really is. So thanks for your question, and I hope, you know, kind of life keeps taking you in a positive direction. I really do. Vixen Doe, is there any cards for past life information? Well, really, you can pick that up from just about any reading, to be honest. And one of the purposes of a general reading, which is the kind I usually do, is just to see if the spirit world have anything to tell you, and what they tell you will be the most important thing for you to know at that time. I believe there are past life cards, actually, and Liz Crafts would know this because she's really bang into all the new decks that are coming out. But like, I don't have a deck of those, but I do have decks for all kinds of things. I've even got, let me see if I can find it. My Messages from Heaven deck or something. It's okay, Marcy, you can still come and sleep. Here we go. Just digging in my, it's a bread bin, actually. It's a bread bin, but if I put bread in it, I forget the bread is there, and then the bread goes bad, so I keep my cards in it. Yeah, it's a Doreen Virtue one. It won't really focus, but it is called Talking to Heaven, and it's a real good deck for afterlife connections. I'm absolutely sure that there are past life connection decks, but you get really into, oh, come on, curtains, I didn't plan for this. Oh, these curtains, I've ironed them, but they're still not behaving. Totally ungrateful curtains. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, past lives, right? They very often come through in our dreams. And if it's a real strange dream that seems to be set in a different time, I would say that's 9 out of 10 going to be a past life dream, which connects you with that. And you will connect with it if you need to, you know, and in some ways we all need to. That is, you know, the nature of the progression of incarnations we have. The soul is always trying to improve. Hi, Twainer. Twainer says, show Andy some love at coffee.com or paypal.me/twigbrother. And those are down in the description below this video, and they're scrolling across your screen, as is my email address. And if you'd like to email me about anything, please do. If you'd like to book a reading, that is the place to get hold of me. A psychic reading, a mediumship reading, a birth chart. It's up to you. There's loads of different things that we can do together. And that's the email address to get me on. I'm booked pretty solid till the end of September. I do actually have 2 slots later on in the week ahead. It's Sunday and it's like the end of the week. But I do have a couple of slots in the next few days. But apart from that, we're end of September, maybe even the beginning of October, the way it's going, because I'm grateful and delighted that plenty of business seems to be coming in, but I am very happy to do private readings for people if that is what you would like. Quantum Spirit, I'm feeling a bit dense, not able to get clarity on messages lately, but lots of nudges. Is there something I'm missing or need to know? Right, I think Keepers of the Light is the deck to use for your question, Quantum Spirit. So we'll have a look in here and we will see what comes out. I'll pull you a card because it's kind of very good at pointing you in a particular direction or showing you something that you need to focus on that's going to help you. So I'm asking your guides now to guide my hand. And for some reason at this point, I want to explain a bit about how, you know, spirit guides can guide your hands when you're shuffling. In fact, I don't actually know how. I'm just saying that they can. This is how we come up with the right cards. So I hope that might answer part of your question, Quantum Spirit. But I'm still shuffling because I haven't hit the right one yet. Oh, right. It's that one, is it? Okay. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Wow, you know, your development must be coming on apace, Quantum Spirit. This says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Now, I would imagine, Quantum Spirit, you're well aware that your thoughts are miraculous and powerful. But what I am, magnetic and powerful, sorry. But what I'm really picking up from here is where it says miraculous changes are occurring. And this is it, Quantum Spirit. Things for you are happening on a level that, you know, happens to a lot of us in spiritual development. It's a level that we don't understand because we can't see what's ahead of us. But spirit guides always can. Angels always can. The people we've loved and who've gone over to the spirit world, they can see the future. You know, there's no time there. It's all a one thing. So they can actually see the future. So the clarity isn't there. And the only reason that the clarity isn't there is that if you knew what was going to happen a few weeks down the line, then you'd know what it's all about. Okay, a little bit confusing at the moment, really quite a lot puzzling for you, I feel, but don't worry about it. Okay, clarity is most certainly on its way. And just remember, like that thing as well, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, because all of our thoughts are really, we're kind of thinking our way into the next part of life always. So Very best of luck with that, Quantum Spirit. Thanks so much for your question. And just hang on, because clarity will come. I'm sure clarity will eventually come. And I was drawn to say in the next few weeks, I think that's so we're not far away from it. This sounds like something's going to happen before Christmas, most certainly. And you're going to think, that's what it's all been about. Okay. Sometimes the answers we get aren't the answers to the questions we ask, but they are the right answers, believe me. If that sounds crazy, it all sounds crazy because it's a mystery, hence mysticism. That's what it's all about. I see Liz Craft. Oh, here we go. Right, Liz Craft's dog. Oh dear, will he be okay? He's not well all of a sudden. Taking him to the vet and they're not sure. Now, just waiting. Okay. Well, on a psychic level, I feel quite strongly that vets, really rather like doctors, have to be quite careful what they say. And I don't think they're as worried about your dog as you might think, Liz. Really, I don't. But they can't do anything that's going to get your hopes up, if you know what I mean. So I'm feeling that that's a yes. But let's get the pendulum out. Again, the pendulum is busy. Pendulum wasn't very busy on Friday, but it's going to be busy tonight. It's a pendulum type night. It really is. Okay, so will Liz Crafts' dog be okay, please? Oh, that's giving me a nice steady yes. Okay. But every now and again, it's just doing a back and forth for no and going back to the circle for yes. So I think we're looking, in fact, I'm sure, Liz, that we're looking at a little bit of time here, a matter of months, really. And it's going to be some time before your dog is really like perfectly 100% good again. But it works out fine. It works out fine. That pendulum thing there was predominantly giving me a yes pretty much all the way. But I'm sure we'll all send a prayer up for your little one there and, send out some healing to anywhere in the world where it's needed. But best of luck with that, Liz. Really, seriously, the best of luck. Rupali, nice to have you with us. Here we go. Is Jatin thinking of contacting me soon? Time frame? Well, I'll try for a time frame, Rupali. I will definitely try for a time frame. But, well, I don't know, spirit guides and time, the two things don't go perfectly together because there is no time in the spirit world. And they're more concerned whether everything's going to be all right in the end, you know. But let's have a look at the tarot here. Let's consult the wisdom of the tarot for Rupali's question. Is Jatin thinking of contacting me soon? Asks Rupali. Okay. Right. Queen of Swords. Quite a card to get when there's a man involved, but the Queen of Swords is really all about having a tangible plan. Oh, do focus, camera. This camera was focusing so well. Oh no, it's done it now. It's focused. Good. Yeah, Queen of Wands. She takes no nonsense from anybody. She will give you a lot of help if you've got a good plan, Rupali. So try and... What's the plan? When I speak of a plan, what's coming to me, Rupali, is, think about how you actually want this to go. Think about where you want to be with Jatin, right? I hope I've said his name right. I probably haven't actually, but think of where you actually want the whole thing to go and try and think about what you would actually do if you guys were together and in contact, right? What would you like? Where would you like it to go next? What would you like it to happen? Hi, Celtic Tarot Sheila. Nice to have you with us. Good afternoon to you. Because as long as you've got some kind of plan, right, that allows you to really manifest the outcome you want. And you are capable of manifesting the outcome you want, Rupali. Don't worry about it. You've got some quite strong psychic strengths and you've definitely got the ability to manifest what you want. Okay, you did ask for a time frame. I've got the number 10. It's either 10 days or 10 weeks. Now, that's not very specific, and I'm sorry I can't be more specific than that, but it's a number 10. Okay, 10 days, 10 weeks, maybe even the 10th of October. You never know, but there's a 10 in it. Okay, but just like I said earlier on, right, to Sadeh, wasn't it? Just like I said to Sadeh, try not to let it take over your life. Okay, life is a precious thing. Enjoy every day of your life. Just don't fret, don't worry. Okay, because it's going to be okay, Rupali. Okay, my friend. And Rupali says thanks, and you're very welcome, Rupali. Best of luck to you with that. Really, seriously, the best of luck to you. So Sheila is with us. I'm going to read what she put. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm driving, so I won't be able to add any additional chat. Well, you're with us in spirit, Celtic Tarot Sheila, and you're with lots of us in spirit, actually, which is really, really good to have you in our psychic sort of sphere, you know? Yeah, really is. So Sam, wow, 39 lovely people in the chat. Please give Andy a thumbs up. Please do give me a thumbs up, guys. It helps no end, and I really, really appreciate it when you do that. I also appreciate it a lot when you guys subscribe, and the subscriptions are slowly going up despite all the weird stuff YouTube does to people's subscriptions at the moment. They are going up, and I really appreciate those subscriptions. So if you have subscribed already, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed already, it's free. It's down there. What are you waiting for? More videos coming all the time. So there we go. Okay, Marcy's on the case, and Marcy is trying to get the mouse off me, but I've got it in my hand. And I'm doing it on the chair arm now. Love your shirt color, Andy. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's actually a V-neck jumper, but I'm not very good at wearing clothes. They just kind of do their own thing. Like this shirt is supposed to look like this, but it never does. Okay, and part of this, I'm sure, is my feline friend kind of pulling my clothes about the place, but it's all good. It's all worth it. Right, Elizabeth Hayes, question above, says Adrienne. Let me see if I can find that one. Here we go. Will David and I ever meet up? Right. Pendulum first, I think. Let's change the energy, change the pendulum, and go into this tiger's eye pendulum. It's tiger's eye. Will the camera focus? Not really, because it's moving around a lot. Okay, but it's beautiful tiger's eye pendulum, believe me. Will David and Elizabeth Hayes ever meet up, please? Yeah, it's really emphatic, yes. It was really, really going for it there. Let's take a look at the wisdom of the tarot at this point, though, Elizabeth. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Queen of Swords again. She's in business tonight. Pretty much the same thing as I said to Rupali then. Try to manifest it, you know, try and will it to happen. And for that to work, you need to know where you guys want to be going together. Okay, you want to think about where things are headed. I believe some of the concern here is because of the pandemic situation, and you know, flights are getting cancelled all over the place, and it's difficult for people to meet up. But yeah, it's more than possible. Very good friend of mine was in Mexico and is now back in UK. She didn't think she'd be able to fly back, but she could. She was only coming for 3 weeks, but her flight back has been cancelled and she can't get another one. So it stops and starts. You know, she'll get a flight back there eventually for sure. Probably won't take all that long. So just give it time, Elizabeth. But have a plan, okay? When you're willing something to happen, it's good to know the reasons you want it to happen. Okie dokie. So yet again, I'm going to say I hope that helps, because I always hope these things help. And Twaina has a question too. This is great. Thank you for reminding me of all this, actually, because once I get into a question and reading it, I tend not to notice the chat so much. Twaina, will my sister-in-law have a full recovery? Okay. Right, as I picked this up, I was just looking down there because I'm strangely drawn to my double-pointed Reiki quartz crystal, so I'm going to bring that out in a second. Okay. It's really taking its time, Twaina, but it's a yes. It really is doing this circle. You can see the circular motion a bit better with this one because it's pointed, actually. Because like when it's one way, you can see the top, and when it's the other way, you can't. Kind of different from the crystal ball one. But that's a yes. It took a while to speed up there, though. Really, it did. Okay. So I'm going to bring out my double-ended quartz Reiki crystal. This is my Reiki crystal that I've always used for Reiki. Very natural. Still got bits of the stone bed stuck to the back of it. and unpolished, just natural, you know. So let's hold this in my hands and let's send out some healing to Twaina's sister. And all you guys who can do spiritual healing, you know, please try and send some distance healing to Twaina's sister. And if you don't think you're capable of sending distance healing, believe me, you are, friends. I was doing it long before I was ever Reiki qualified or anything like that. Healing and good intentions do travel, and they really do work, okay? So put that out there. I'm going to poke it at the camera and send those vibrations of healing out over the internet. Okie dokie. Right. Here we go. Let's go to Chris Martin at this point. Andy, lost my husband recently. Feel strange meeting anyone. What do our deceased spouses think? Well, I've tackled this question from different angles over the years, and there are different ways of looking at it. But it's always okay to live out your life the way you want to. Now, if you're drawn to a new person and love comes into it, then that love is meant to be there. Really, love doesn't happen unless it's meant to be. Sometimes people fall crazily in love and become infatuated, and it turns out it wasn't meant to be and they break up. But if love comes in and love is really positive and happening, then yes, it's meant to be. And then it's an okay thing, because possessiveness is a kind of a human quality. You know, when people are in the afterlife, they become pure light, and the deceased spouses will always want the best for the person who is left behind. And because there's no physical limitations in the afterlife, when your time comes and you go to the afterlife, basically you'll be with the one you love. And if that's 2 or 3 people, then, you know, there's no physical limitation there. Pure light, and you can actually be with all of those people. In fact, in the afterlife, we find that those of us who are connected in this life actually have a lot more love between us than we imagine. But exclusivity, it's all to do with the laws of physics, and it's all to do with the way things plan themselves out on Earth, and how we work with all those things, you know. So try not to worry about it, okay, Chris? I mean, if you're feeling concerned about it, this probably isn't the time. And you are saying, you know, you lost your husband recently, so you wouldn't really be looking for anyone else straight away, I'm sure. And actually, I feel a strong sense of loneliness with you, Chris. And I realize you're not going to do anything silly because of the loneliness, but I'm picking up on that because I want to say that loneliness does actually transform with time. And it doesn't take as long as you might think. Bereavement itself is a human response which tends to go on for about 2 years. But that's not 2 years before anything starts improving. You know, you start getting over things, and you find a place in your heart where your loved one can like live in your heart without it being a distraction to the other things you need to get on with. And that process begins very quickly. You know, so don't worry about it. Okay, really important to avoid being worried about things. That's the most important thing, because our loved ones really don't want us to feel worried. That's the last thing they want. Okay, and I'm sure they don't want us to feel lonely either. Okay, so blessings to you, and I really hope that, you know, the veil of tears sort of lifts a bit for you. It will soon. Okay. So Diana is asking for a card. Hello, Diana. I didn't say hello to you at the beginning. I must have missed you on the scroll, or maybe you've just joined us. Wow. Time so flies when you're enjoying yourself, doesn't it? And we're like 30 minutes into the show already. Wow. Okay. Red Hat says, go, Marcy. She's stopped Marcy now. She's still here. Oh, there she is. But she's sort of largely asleep now. That's her favourite thing to do. And I don't mind that too much, because it's like nice and cuddly, and I get to use the mouse and talk on the computer without getting distracted. So that's got to be all good. A card for Diana. I am with Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light at this point, Diana. So I've given it a shuffle. Let's give it a cut. Oh, right. Mother Mary, love and peace. Man, very kind of hippie sentiment there, but Mother Mary, and that sort of hippie sentiment behind this, I think, is great because she is very much a Christian figure, but that's really just because the Christian church has sort of taken her over. I'm a big fan of Our Lady of Lourdes, who is regarded as a Catholic saint, really. Saint Bernadette, Saint Bernadette sort of discovered her and she first appeared to Saint Bernadette. So the Catholic Church has sort of taken it over and said that this is Mary, the mother of Jesus, and it's all about Christianity. Whereas I'm sure that that lady who appears at Lourdes is Mother Mary for sure, but she's here for a whole lot more reasons than to support the Roman Catholic Church. I'm sure about that. Anyway, she says, love and peace, Diana. And she says, let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. And she also says mother healing is possible at this time. So some family vibrations going on with this card, Diana. And what I feel is that there's someone in your family who is kind of like far flung, kind of on the outskirts of the family. And you're thinking it may never actually be possible to resolve the problems that have caused that distance, caused that separation in the first place. But you will be able to. That's a big part of the message of this card. And let go of the need to be right. Yeah, choose peace. Peace is a choice, right? And you're more likely to be right if you stop trying to be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just a general rule in life, So definitely not saying you're wrong in any way, but healing comes when you just forget all that. And what's really needed there is healing. And the great thing about Mother Mary coming up is that healing is going to be happening. Okay, really is. Okie dokie dokie. I saw Seascape asking for a card. I'm trying to find it now to put it on the screen. Where is Seascape's post that I saw a minute ago? Can't find it anywhere. I'm going to do a card for Seascape, though, okay? Yes, here it is. Found it at last. Only a minute ago, but so much going on in the chat. This is great. This is great. Hiccups come in, so I must be right about something. One of those things is I need a drink of water. Right. Don't know if you can hear Marcy purring, but I can. And the microphone's right next to her. So that's cool. Right. Card for Seascape. Let's see what we get for Seascape. The Miriam, Sacred Vision. Okay. And the Miriam says, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. I have a feeling we're talking about someone in the afterlife at this point, Seascape. That's just the feeling that's coming to me at the moment. Now, so someone's passed away really before certain wounds had a chance to heal, right? But remember what I said just a minute ago. Our loved ones in the spirit world become pure light. They see the reasons for everything. They just stop caring about all the crappy little details of what happened in life, okay? So, forgiveness, like peace, is a choice. It's something you can choose to do or not to do. It's when I say forgive, I don't necessarily mean forget. We have to learn from the lessons that we've had in our lives. And I think that's actually part of the message to you as well, Seascape. We do have to sort of remember, because this is how we learn lessons. But please, if you can find it in yourself, and if you even know what I'm talking about, look towards forgiveness. That is really going to be the key to this, and that is going to make a big difference. The Miriam is a two-headed entity, really, and this is, so symbolic of how people are in this life. Not just two people joined together, but it's a symbol of the togetherness of everyone on Earth, and maybe in the outer universe as well. I don't know, but I know that this Earth is a place where souls come to learn, so that togetherness of all souls is really being expressed here. And we've got a white lily, which can mean life or it can mean death. And we've also got this, Come on, camera, focus. Can you see the Vesica Pisces there? Two circles come together. Some as above, so below going on there because it gives us the idea of the figure of 8. And also those two circles coming together form an oval, symbolizing how good things can be born into this world. So sacred vision is also what it says on this card. So like turn your vision, turn your thoughts towards the heavens, towards the skies, and you're going to actually have a much more positive view of things, and that is going to be so healing for you, Seascape. Hope that helps, my friend. Thanks very much for your question. Right, let's pop this one in. It's not a question, but I really like it. Linda Bishop. There are no mistakes. We are brought together for a reason. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. You know, people talk about, well, how does free will play into that? And if you saw me on Ali's show the other day, you'll know what I said about that as well. We definitely do have our own free will, but the lives we live are actually part of the soul contract which we enter into before we incarnate, before we're born into this world, and we're driven in the direction we're meant to go in. That's where our desires, that's where our wants and needs are actually taking us, ever closer and closer to where we need to be in terms of the reason we came into this world. Sounds like, where's that thing Adrienne just put in about Amazon? Here we go. My Amazon order just arrived. Keepers of the Light, Sacred Earth Oracle, and Work Your Light decks. Hey, you're one up on me there, Adrian. I've got two of those, but I do not have the Sacred Earth Oracle. I must look for it because it sounds like a good one. And by the way, friends, check out Liz Crafts' channel. She reviews decks all the time. There's a real nice new deck just appeared on there in the last couple of days. Can't remember what it's called now, but it's a good review, good video. Okay. Ariel. She's a deck addict. Yeah, me too. I'm surrounded by the things. Can I have my spanner for Ariel? Not a psychic question. Yes, you can, Ariel. I can't do it right this second, okay? Because I'd have to shut down StreamYard and go on YouTube to do it. But yeah, I'll remember to look out for that, and I'll make sure that happens soon. If I don't, remind me. But I think I'll remember. I'm pretty good at things like that. Okay. Sounds strange, but this storm sounds wet and unpredictable. Interesting, Chris, because there's a storm going on here as well, and it is very wet and it is very unpredictable, actually. In fact, it's the times when the storminess goes down a bit that it's just raining, that the rain really lashes down. Then the wind comes in and blows some of the rain away while it's blowing some of the trees away. But I do love a good storm, you know. It's very spiritually clearing and very grounding as well, you know. And it's winds of change. It changes the energy. It really does. So yeah, storms are so where it's at. Okay. And here's a storm-based question from Vicky Loper. Thank you for this question, Vicky. We have a tropical storm coming to Houston, Texas. Will it be a big flooding event? Will we be okay? Right. So let's pick up the pendulum again. Two questions there. Let's separate those out. Will the tropical storm coming to Houston, Texas be a big flooding event, please? Very, very small circle. You're going to see flooding for sure, Vicky, but not that much. Okay. And you did say, would it be a big flooding event? And we got a very small response from the pendulum there. So not much energy behind that flood, right? But yeah, we're looking at floods. Will we be okay? Next question. Will people in Texas, including our dear friend Vicky Loper, will they be okay? That's a slightly larger circle. That's kind of rather more positive. That looks much happier, actually. Okay. Now then, at this point, let's take a quick break from readings to talk about a couple of things, right? preppers, I watch YouTube prepper videos because I actually think, I mean, honest, this has come to me on a psychic level as much as anything. I do actually think we're going to see food shortages and stuff. Now, I'm based in the UK, and that is really where my psychic thoughts are reaching out for this, because I'm something of a prepper myself, and I want to know, you know, have I got enough stuff? What's coming down the pike towards me, as it were. There are actually there is a huge shortage of truck drivers in UK. So even if there wasn't a food shortage, in principle, we're going to have trouble getting food into the shops. That's the truth thing. And I think it's worth saying to everyone, it's really valuable to have some food put away, to have maybe some emergency water. Just think about what you would need if you couldn't get out of the place. Also, and this is one for Sam and anyone else in UK, actually, I'm picking up that it's going to be quite a snowy time of it this winter. Is that another cat? Come on then. It's Tinky Winky. Can you hear her meowing? She's covered in rain, so I'm not going to pick her up yet because she'll shake it all over the computer. But yeah, I've been told it's going to be quite a snowy winter this year, and that matters to me because I tend to get snowed in. It's a very steep hill to get out of here. Not looking forward to getting snowed in, that's for sure. But it's not bad when it comes, because it's like snug and cozy, and I go out gathering logs and lighting fires and stuff. Say hello to your fans, Tinkerbell. Whoa, both cats in the video tonight. And one of them, Tinkerbell here, is a very wet cat, aren't you? You're a very wet cat. Wet cat. She's a very wet cat. Right. Okay. One other thing that I want to talk about, and I think it's quite important to mention this, actually. Someone asked me the other day, we were just talking about spirit guides, and she said, you know how we all have gatekeepers? Are our gatekeepers here to help us concentrate on things? And not exactly, really, okay? And I really think this is worth coming to, because it's a good general point about spiritual lives and spiritual practice. The angels will help us, you know, our guides, our guardians, our gatekeepers, anyone we've loved and lost on the other side will help us with virtually everything. But it takes a considerable amount of energy, physical energy, to make stuff happen on the earth and to direct things on the earth. And they have limited energy. So we've got to kind of do what we can ourselves. And if it's a problem like, you know, not being able to concentrate, there's always going to be something that we can actually do for ourselves about that. It might need a change of diet. It could be anything, really. But we used to have a saying when I was in training to be a priest: Jesus loves you, but don't forget to lock your bicycle. And in other words, you know, yeah, you can pray to God, to the angels, to deities to help you with anything, and they will. But what a shame if you're asking them to do something just because you can't be bothered to do it yourself. You see what I'm saying there? Yeah, definitely. Lisa says, hello, Tinkerbell and Marcy. I will pass that on to Marcy. Tinkerbell's a bit bitey, actually. She just bit my finger, but I guess it's affectionate. Yeah, I know. Right. Linda says, USA also in for a very cold, snowy time. Yeah, it's a difficult one. Summers isn't looking forward to it either. And Elizabeth's saying USA trucks are not available as in the past. Well, I don't know if you've got the same problem we've got. It may be, you know, I'm just saying I don't know. We had a great many people who were from other parts of Europe living in UK, Polish people, a lot of Polish people, for example, and they would work hard for quite low pay. So the trucking industry got rid of a lot of the UK drivers and took on tens of thousands of Polish drivers and paid them less. And they're still trying to get away with paying less money. And then we went through Brexit, that I'm sure you'll have heard of, where we came out of Europe, and all the Polish people, they'd pretty much all gone home anyway because they got fed up of the conditions in UK. But, you know, the thing is, because of that Brexit, we can't bring them back in. And so the truck owners are just going to have to pay a decent wage to the truck drivers, and they're trying really, really hard to avoid having to actually sort of pay any money. So they're just, trying to be the ones that don't lose out, and people are gonna lose out. Sorry about this complete twat that's in. I'm trying to block him. Has it worked? Sorry, just going to take a tick. I've got to get rid of this dickhead. Oh, I am sick of this kind of. Right, basically, this absolute tosser has come on saying nasty things. I'm trying to block him, and it's just wrecked the whole show, which I guess is what he wanted to do. So thank you very much, YouTube, and thank you very much, StreamYard, for making this absolutely impossible. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not going on with the show till I've blocked him. Right, it's blocked Adrienne now. Oh, I'm angry. I'm so angry. Right, guys. Right, you blocked and reported him. Great. Unfortunately, I've tried about 20 times to block him, and I've blocked Adrienne now. And to unblock Adrienne, hang on a sec. I've got to go onto YouTube and try and unblock Adrienne now. Let's see. I cannot leave it like this. Cannot leave it like this. Where's the community tab? Okay, sorry guys, got to go into the channel dashboard. There's still no damn community tab. Let's try settings. Found a community tab at last. Right, well, I'm bloody angry. I've blocked Adrienne, who's one of the greatest supporters we've got. Oh, she's back, is she? Right, okay. I got a message saying Adrienne was blocked. I'll get your wrench back for you, Adrienne. God knows what's happening there. So annoying. Hi, Seti. Very kind of you to say that. Yeah, absolutely a-hole. Yeah, oh, God. YouTube is getting to be a nightmare, guys, right? I don't know what to do other than just keep going, because I'm not going to stop doing this. But what I might very well do is get my own website and use Vimeo. And I think I might stop the uploads, because it's impossible to stop not just trolls, but spammers. There are people spamming, and Sammers has tried to get rid of them. I've tried to get rid of them, and they just keep coming back and doing it. So I had to disable comments, or like hold all comments for review. And when I do that, some of the comments don't get held for review. And some of the ones that I want to authorize and tick, the tick doesn't work, and I can't put the comments there. So it's absolutely wrecking the whole community thing of all of YouTube, not just me. I mean, YouTube. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, it hasn't worked, look, because he's still here. What a dick. Right. Yeah, see, I think to block someone completely, you have to hide them. But to block someone completely, I think I've got to do it from my end. And StreamYard's supposed to let you do that, but it's not letting it happen. Yes, Elizabeth, yes, we have a higher vibe. We have a much higher vibe. It's just told me he's blocked, so maybe this is good. Right. Okay, maybe this is good. Even though he's blocked, his messages are still appearing. I do not like this. I don't like this at all. Anyway, yeah, Lynn says, good work, mods. Absolutely great work. You know, yeah, you do me proud every time. You really do. But I've got to say, I'm getting increasingly frustrated with it. Weird internet scams and things. It's getting worse and worse. And as people get like crazier and nastier in the world, they're willing to do crazier and crazier things, really. Right. Okay. Yeah, she's not happy, see? Not happy, are you, Cat? Hello, Marvita. Nice to have you with us. Right. Yeah, good point, Lisa. But the thing is, I have to. StreamYard isn't working, right? There's some buttons on StreamYard to do it, and they're not working. And I can't get YouTube to do it because I'm logged into StreamYard. So I can't do it till I end the show. Most annoying. Right. Yeah. Always one, Chris. That's right. But there's always bloody dozens waiting to come in and take their place. That's the trouble. Let's do a few cards anyway. Let's get the vibe back. You're all right, only puss. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Right. Okay. First of all, Vanessa. Yeah. I saw you asking for a card. That's the one I'm after. Well, I'm going to do a card for Vanessa anyway. Right. Don't know if you even want one, but I'm going to do a card for you, Vanessa. Okay, Ace of Cups, good things happening, good things coming in. Very, very positive card, and a lot of alchemy there in the cups. It's water sign energy, obviously, because you put water in cups. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the energies associated with this card, and also, obviously, the element of water. Right. I've got a real cat situation. It's getting really hard to concentrate, guys. You got a new job offer. Great. Well, it looks to me like it's going to go pretty well, actually, Vanessa. And I think we were talking about that just a matter of weeks ago. And I think that was pretty good. Right. Okay. Snowbird Bear Hug. Snowbird Bear Hug. Where are we going with this? Oh, yeah. Right. A big event, Snowbird. I reckon it's a family event, okay? But it's a big event where there's a coming together of people. If I'm wrong about family, it's certainly that. Hang on, Puss. And so 4 of Wands. Whoa, don't go on the keyboard. One's all about, oh, come on. Sorry, she's trying to get on the keyboard now. Ones are all about getting things done, okay? Oh, will you get off the... Oh, don't go on the keyboard while I'm trying to do this, right? Right, God knows where I am, but whoever I was doing that card for, 4 of Wands, there's going to be a big meeting, a coming together of people. Got to be like on your best behavior. Everyone's got to be on their best behavior as far as possible. Right. Okay. Oh, Sandy, it's a good idea, but I know I'm not going to do a card on him because, as you suggested, I do not want to give him any energy, really. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, good point. People are 2 years old and throwing tantrums because they have no skills to handle the changes. Yeah, this is how it's getting more and more, actually. And so people lash out in all kinds of ways, and it's really not good, is it? But it's a mad world. We'll come out of this crazy time sooner or later. We're bound to, you know. We're absolutely bound to. Okay. Right, Twainer has to be away. To be honest, guys, I've done a couple more cards because I didn't want to give in to that dick, but I kind of don't usually go on for much more than an hour, and we're coming up to an hour now. And Adrienne is absolutely right. Kitty Troll Attacker. Yeah. Seascape has to go. Love you all. We love you too, Seascape. Thanks so much for being with us. Right. Okay. Well, guys, if anyone's got a question and I haven't come to you yet, why not type it in, apart from our troll friend? I'm not even acknowledging that he exists anymore. I don't think he's acknowledging that he exists, actually. I think that's his problem. I don't think he really exists. And that must be pretty frustrating. And I guess if you don't exist, you're bound to like put spammy comments out, really. Yeah, YouTube won't let you decide how long to time people out for. That's very true. Okay. Right. Absolutely true, Cat Mama. Anyway, we've made it. We've actually made it through the show, regardless of anything else. I'll be here again on Wednesday, and I'm hoping to have Sammy with me. YouTube handle is Sammy Kelly IPHM. And she does have a channel. She hasn't put any videos out for a little while, but you know, she's great. Look out for that channel. It's well good. Okay, so a card for everyone as we go ahead. Hold your vision. Very appropriate one for tonight. Fixed moon, hold your vision. Very simple advice there. Stick to your guns, okay? The ideas you've got are ideas that you've got for a reason, okay? Sometimes it seems like random ideas, but we really are given this on a divine level. So whatever ideas come to you, I'm not saying don't change them. I'm not saying don't think about them, but hold your vision, your overall vision. That's the most important thing, guys. Okay. So on that happy note, thanks everyone for being with us tonight. I should be able to go into YouTube and block that guy who we're not going to talk about anymore. Vanessa, what time on Wednesday? Sorry, I should have said 3 p.m. Central USA time, 9 p.m. UK time. And Sammy and I have got some stuff to do during the day. So either she'll be here when I go live or we'll use StreamYard and have a split screen. But Sammy and I trained together from the same teachers and we work together a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be pretty good. We kind of bounce off each other and make stuff happen. Okay, guys. So thanks ever so much for that. As Sandy G says, a very good night to everyone. Hold your vision and I'll see you again very soon, friends. Love to you, light, blessings, and